Everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allie and I do Plan With Me videos in my Erin Condren Hourly Life Planner. That's actually going to slightly be changing after the first of the year. I don't know if I officially shared what I'm going to be using next year. There's quite a few planners that I have in my lineup for 2026, and I might be showing that in a upcoming video. Like my 2026 planner lineup, but not all of my planners are here yet. So my Erin Condren for 2026 is not here yet. And I will be sharing which layout I chose whenever that decides to arrive. So let's get started with today's video. We are planning out week December 15th through the 21st. And the kit that I'm going to be using today is a PlannerKate kit. It is mini kit 759, and it's very Christmassy, like very red and greenish, but also very cozy as well. I'm also going to be using some date dots as usual, and my date headers, and others that I pulled from random sheets that I have in my collection. These are all PlannerKate stickers, so if you're new here, I use 99.9% PlannerKate stickers in my Erin Condren. In my other planners, I try to use other sticker shops that I really enjoy and like, but for my Erin Condren, most of the time, it's almost always PlannerKate, especially in my weekly. Okay, I might switch it up. If you've seen past videos, I might switch it up. Like here is my my currently in my dashboard for December. So this is like a combination. If you watch this Plan With Me video, you already know, but this is a combination of PlannerKate and sticker books from Live, Love, Posh and Hell of a Plan. Same with this sheet or this spread. This is a combination of PlannerKate, Live, Love, Posh, and Hell of a Plan. So, but in my weeklies, I love just using PlannerKate. Okay, let's get started. So, it is actually Monday, December 15th, the day that I'm filming this. I did not have time to plan last Friday, so I'm doing it today, the day that the week starts. It is a busy time of year for everybody, myself included. So over the weekend, we had my daughter's first tournament games for basketball, and they had one game scheduled, and if they won that game, then they had to play a second game like an hour later. They won both games. So now we are moving on to the final game of the tournament, which is tonight on Monday the 15th. So we will see if they can win this one again. So very, very, very excited for the girls. They are also very excited. I know my daughter's very excited, so. Okay, let's do, I decided to do this color. It doesn't quite match, but it definitely complements the kit, so I thought it was a good selection. And I also like that I'm finishing up a whole sheet. That's exciting when you get to finish up an entire sticker sheet. I cannot wait to start the 2026 planners, especially in my life planner, because it's getting so chunky and it's getting a little too bulky for me personally. So I'm excited for a fresh start. All right, date headers are in. Let's see, look at how beautiful that is. That's empty, very satisfying. Okay. now we can move on to the date dots. So we are starting on the 15th. 15, 16. If you hear noise in the background, my husband is doing some cleaning out in the living room and the kitchen. He's on a break right now at work, so he's doing all those things. I don't know if I've said this before, but my husband, you may or may not have like noticed that I don't put like cleaning tasks in my life planner, and there's a reason for that. I like to joke, I guess it depends on what generation you are, but I like to joke that I married Danny Tanner. He loves to clean, and I hit the jackpot with him, honestly, as far as husbands go, because he loves cleaning. He prefers to do the cleaning. Like, I'll do like a little bit here and there, but yeah, he does the majority of it. And if I do try to take over and do his cleaning tasks, he will just redo it because I just didn't do it right. Or so I've just learned to just, after 11 years of marriage, I'm like, you do you. That's fine. If you want to do all the cleaning, have at it, because I'll be honest, I do not enjoy cleaning. So yeah, that is why, if you've ever wondered why I do not have cleaning tasks in my planner, that is the reason why, because he basically does it all. So like I said, I do some here and there, but it's really just the light stuff. So yeah. Okay, moving on. The sidebar, we are going to do our regular habits, which is what I've been doing lately, meditate and yoga. So let's put that there. And I did pull some scripts, meditate and yoga. You guys can't even see that. I'm sorry. Yoga and meditate. And my black and white icons. And a habit header. All right, so moving on to reading. Guess what? Guess what I'm still reading? I'm still reading Caught Up. So let's put that there. I'll finish it eventually. Like I said, I am not a fast reader, and I'm okay with that. I haven't decided yet, but for 2026 in the weeks, I'm not sure if I will keep marking this in my weekly view. Definitely going to keep doing it in my monthly. However, like on my dashboard, like right here, I'm going to keep doing it in this style, but I'm not sure I'm going to keep doing it in my weekly, mainly because I am a slow reader, and I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet. Okay, moving on. This is week 51. So let's see. Okay, and now we can do our full box and our this week. So over the weekend, Saturday night specifically, we had plans to drive around and look at Christmas lights, but that did not happen because we got a snowstorm for most of the day Saturday. So after my daughter's basketball games, it started snowing heavily during the games. And so by the time we were done with the basketball games, we were just like, you know what, let's just stay home, build a fire, have a fire going for the rest of the day, and just enjoy being inside. We don't have to be outside. And it's the kind of weather where you're like, it's like, if you don't have to be outside, then don't leave your house. At least that's how I felt. So that's exactly what we did, and it was a great day. All right, moving on. I'm going to do my dinners, my kids' specials, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am done putting in those things. If you noticed, I did not put anything down for Friday or for my son on Monday today. That is because his school district is having an e-learning / snow day. So he did not have school today because of the weather. My kids go to 2 different school districts. If you're new here, it's just for this year. Kind of a long story, but so yes, my daughter, I feel like her school district, which is our actual school district that both of our kids will be going to eventually next year, it seems like they never, ever cancel school or do 2-hour delays. But my sons, this is like their 3rd e-learning day due to weather, just in the last month. So anyways, so yes, today is a snow day for my son, and winter break starts on Friday the 19th. So Thursday is actually their last day of school for the remainder of the school year, or for the remainder of the year. Okay, moving on, let's go to Monday. What do we have for the rest of the day today? Today is trash day. They just picked it up not too long ago, so we're going to go ahead and put that in. Laundry. I do need to catch up. I don't have a ton of laundry to do, surprisingly enough. So let's see. We'll put that there. Laundry time. Yeah, thankfully we don't have a ton of laundry. I don't have a ton of laundry to put away. Let's see what else. Oh, the game. My daughter has her last basketball game tonight. So let's do bread. And that is at 6:30 tonight. I did pull some basketballs. And then I also did pull a snow day sticker. So I'm just going to mark that. actually, let's do one of these. Snow day, and I'm gonna put J for Jack. Okay, moving on to Tuesday. So, assuming they will have school tomorrow, my son will, they have like little holiday themed days throughout the rest of the week. So I do need to mark those. However, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll probably do those at the end. I do have a payday tomorrow, but it's actually a payday for me on Tuesday, and then my husband's payday's on Wednesday. I'm just going to mark that in the middle instead of using 2 payday stickers. Even though his paycheck doesn't typically hit the bank account until like 1 o'clock, I'm still going to mark it up top. That looks a little crooked. Okay, another thing I need to do on Tuesday is I need to close out our budget. I do have a couple of these sheets, but do I want to use them? I kind of want to go through my PK Earth colorway binder and look and see what else I have. I really like these. Yeah, I think I'll want to use these. Okay, so I do need to close out the budget for the previous week. And I will also be needing to edit this plan with me. So let's use one of these guys. And I did pull some edit stickers. I thought I pulled 2 of them, but now I think one of them fell off because the other one is missing. Goody. All right, moving on to Wednesday. Like I said, it is a payday for my husband. I do have a drop-in for a dog that I'm checking in on. Let's use and that will be at 1:30. So I'm going to mark that. Okay, I also need to do a little bit of meal planning because I'm going to order groceries this week. It is a busy week. As you can imagine, you know, the week leading up to Christmas is always pretty busy. I don't know about you, but I'm always running around doing last minute things and wrapping presents while the kids are out of the house and just doing all of those last minute errands. So this week I'm just going to utilize grocery order and pickup. As much as I love grocery order and pickup, I try not to use it too often just because it does get a little bit expensive. They do raise the prices. I don't know if you've noticed that, but they raise the prices on the groceries just a little bit. It's not that much, but it is enough to make a difference. But, I mean, obviously it's a convenience thing, so it makes sense. But Yes, all that to say, I'm going to be using grocery pickup this week because, yeah, I need time to do other things. So I'm gonna let somebody else do the shopping for me. Okay, another thing for Wednesday. Oh, photo purge. I'm going to use a skinnier sticker for that. I'm actually going to put that down here because I feel like it. And use my cell phone black and white icon from PlannerKate. Oh man, why did I do that? I hate writing towards the bottom on the coil. There we go. Gotta love the repositionable PlannerKate stickers. Okay, that's it for Wednesday. Thursday, I need to finish up Christmas shopping. Ideally, I would like to be completely done with Christmas shopping on Thursday. So that is the goal. So yes, that is the goal. Okay. So we are going to mark that in our planners. All right. Hopefully I can get done with all of my Christmas shopping. What time do I want to put that in? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it and I'm looking at Thursday and Friday, I think I might be better off to do my shopping on Friday, which is I was trying to avoid because I feel like most people tend to take the Friday off work, the Friday before Christmas, and do the same thing. So I was trying to avoid going on Friday, but I think I might have to do it on Friday instead. Okay, so we're gonna put it down here. And I know my kids will be off school, but I'm going to have them stay with my in-laws that day so that I can focus on Christmas wrap-up stuff. Okay, moving back to Thursday. So the reason why I don't think I can get Christmas shopping done on Thursday is because I have a drop-in with a dog on Thursday. I have 2 drop-ins with 2 different dogs on Thursday. One at 11 a.m. and another at 1 p.m. Could I do some Christmas shopping in the morning? Yes, absolutely. But that sounds like a lot of running around for me. And I am just in a season of life where I don't want to rush around getting things done. I want to space things out, take care of me mentally, emotionally. So that includes not rushing all of my plans in one day. So with that being said, I'm just going to push my Christmas shopping back to Thursday or back to Friday. Because that's what works best for me. Okay. Jamaica has a drop-in at 11, and then I need to check in for Jimmy at 1 o'clock. I need more of the paw prints, and I did not pull those. So give me one moment. Okay. I found some leftovers. I love it when that happens. Okay, so we have Jamaica at 11. And Jimmy at 1 o'clock. those are the drop-ins that I have. And then I will also be doing, why do I always close this? I will also be hoping to pick up groceries right after school pickup. So I can just pick up my kids from school because the grocery store is right next to my school, or right next to my daughter's school, or not too far from it. And then pick up groceries and then head home. We might, this is a strong might, but we might look at Christmas lights at the fairgrounds Thursday night. That's the goal. So let's write it in and see if it happens. Okay. We're going to put that down there. All right, I am realizing that I had pulled a sticker for Christmas shopping, but I went ahead and written it down. That's okay. So since I will be doing Christmas shopping and another dog drop-in on Friday, I am actually going to try and do my filming plan with me for the following week on Thursday morning. So let's get that in. I don't want to use that because I want to save that for Saturday. We will use this guy. We're going to try and do some filming Thursday morning. And that will be our planner time. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for Thursday. Friday, like I said, my kids have no school. One of the very few times I get to use the no school script from the sampler. Let's put it on one of these. And then I also have to do my weekly weigh-in. And I think that's it for Friday. Saturday, I did not get my weekend script in. Let's go ahead and do that. That's very crooked. What am I thinking? Okay. Moving on to Saturday. Saturday is the basketball banquet. This is the third year that this girls' basketball organization has existed, and so this is the third year that my daughter has played, and this is the first year that they were able to be a big enough organization and have the funds for a banquet. So they are celebrating the girls with a banquet, and her grade level is going to be at 345. I'm realizing that it does fall within dinner time. We are actually going to be eating there. They are providing dinner for everybody. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark it right here. We're just going to cover up the dinner spot, which is totally fine. If I can put it down straight. Holy cow. Okay. And that is being held from 3:45 to 5:45, I believe. So it's a 2-hour long thing, and I'm very excited for the girls. Other than that, there's really nothing else happening on Saturday. I do want to put in my normal journal prep that I like to do. It'll be nice not to like rush out of the house on Saturday morning like we have been doing every Saturday for my daughter's basketball. So that'll be nice. Saturday will also be a rest day. I don't think I'm going to be putting in my workouts in my weekly view this week again. Okay, moving on to Sunday. Sunday. Sunday is just the typical relaxing, edit my plan with me, do our budget prep for the following week, and I think that's pretty much it. So yeah. Let's find, I am all out of the boxes for like the functional stickers for the kit. So let's pull a couple from here again. Let's go ahead and use this very last sticker on this sheet. And let's go ahead and use one of these. I'm going to do my editing right around there. And then I can do my budget. Let's just put it down here just to change things up a little bit. Sundays, since we typically don't have things going on and we're just kind of home relaxing, things like editing and budgeting, it's not super like time sensitive, you know what I mean? So we'll just put them anywhere we can on the planner. And I need this guy. And I think that's it, you guys. That is what my week is looking like for the week before Christmas. We can do it, guys. Even if you're nowhere near ready for Christmas or the holidays like I am, we can do it. Every year I pull it off. As much of a planner as I am, I'm always last minute doing things because I feel like I don't plan well enough. So if you are the same, if you're in the same situation, let me know in the comments so that I don't feel alone. Thank you for watching this video. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It is free to you and it helps me out a bunch. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much. I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye, everyone.